Hello, Madelon with Cuddlist here. I had a thought during a session today that I want to share. It was in the midst of one of those very peaceful, quiet moments where I'm holding someone else and they're holding me, and there's that quiet of so much closeness, and yet we're in our own worlds, right? We're both in our own minds. And I thought about that place inside of me that no one has ever seen. And I don't know if you have that place. I don't know if you've thought about that place that no one has access to. It made me think that when I was a kid, I had heard about the Romanian culture, I think some of the nomadic tribes, that had a tradition of a secret name. It was a secret name that maybe they would whisper into a child's ear when they were an infant, or if a child was given this name, or maybe they had to discover it on their own as they were growing up, that there was a name they had that nobody else knew. Nobody ever knew this name. They never told anyone this name. And so when I was a kid, of course, I had to make myself a secret name. And I have a name. It's like this alter ego part of myself that I've never told anyone, and I never will. And it represents that part of me that is so internal that it just can't be seen or perceived by another. And I thought, well, if I told somebody that name, or anytime I reveal a part of me that no one's ever seen, it's sort of more in the light now. It's more real. There's no, it doesn't have that same secrecy. And but underneath that, I would have a new name, or like another part of me that no one had ever seen. That realizing that the more we shed light or reveal parts of ourselves, the more there is to reveal, and that it's kind of bottomless, that there'll never be a part of me that everybody has seen, or there will always be a part of me that no one else has seen, because it's sacred, or it's precious, or it's private. It's kind of like this secret garden that's inside. And then I thought that underneath that, there are parts inside of me that I've never seen or haven't seen yet. There's always kind of that mystery inside of me. And it's interesting, when there's parts of me that nobody's ever seen, sometimes I feel misunderstood or not seen, or like they don't matter. And that's kind of funny, because it's just as true that they're amazingly precious and sacred and holy. And that the being kept inside is kind of part of that. And the parts of me that I haven't seen yet, that when I do discover them, sometimes they're like shadow or scary or the unconscious that I didn't know was there, and sometimes I feel bad about it. But it's also just as true that those are just as amazing and sacred and precious as any other part of me. And today it's very comforting, the idea that there's no bottom to that there's this undiscovered mystery, this universe inside of me that the more that comes out, it'll never end. There'll always be things in me, the unnameable, for which there's no secret name yet, because it's maybe beyond my comprehension. And that there's a universe inside, just like outside. There's this ever-expanding universe that we keep exploring and discovering, and that there's an inverse and opposite to that inside each and every one of us. So that was my thought today during my Cuddlist session. It's a beautiful place. It's a sacred place. Have a good day.